G'day mates! Welcome to our channel where today we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian culture and some fun facts that will blow your mind. We're talking shrimp on the Barbie, those adorable koalas, and maybe even a Hemsworth or two. Alright, maybe not the Hemsworth part, but a guy can dream, right? So buckle up because we're about to embark on a virtual journey to the land down under. Get ready to learn some Aussie slang because you'll be saying no worries and good on ya in no time. We'll explore the iconic landmarks from the Sydney Opera House to Uluru. And trust me, you'll want to add these to your bucket list. And of course, we can't forget about the wildlife. We're talking kangaroos, wombats, and the ever-elusive platypus. They're like the unicorns of the animal kingdom. So, grab a snack, maybe a refreshing Foster's, get comfy, and get ready to discover the magic of Australia. First up, we're going way back in time, like way back, to talk about the Aboriginal people of Australia. We're talking over 65,000 years of history, folks. Their culture is thought to be the oldest surviving culture on Earth, which is mind-blowing. Their connection to the land is deeply spiritual, and they have such a rich tradition of storytelling, art, and music. You'll be amazed by the intricate dot paintings and the didgeridoo, a wind instrument that creates the most incredible sounds. It's like nothing you've ever heard before. Now, the Aboriginal people have faced their share of challenges, but their resilience and strength are truly inspiring. They continue to keep their traditions alive, passing down their knowledge and stories from generation to generation. Learning about their history and culture is crucial to understanding Australia as a whole. It's a story of survival, resilience, and an unbreakable bond with the land. One of the most fascinating aspects of Aboriginal culture is their Dreamtime stories. These stories explain the creation of the world and the significance of the land. They're passed down orally from generation to generation, and they're like epic tales full of adventure, wisdom, and spiritual beliefs. Imagine sitting around a campfire under the stars, listening to elders share these incredible stories that have been passed down for centuries. It's a powerful way to connect with their culture and understand their deep connection to the land. And speaking of connection to the land, the Aboriginal people were also incredible astronomers and navigators. They used the stars to guide their journeys and developed complex systems of knowledge about the land, plants, and animals. So when you visit Australia, take some time to learn about the Aboriginal culture, experience their art, and listen to their stories. You'll be amazed by their ancient wisdom and the unique perspective they bring to the world. All right, let's dive into the Great Barrier Reef, and trust me, it's even more spectacular than those screensavers you see. It's so massive you can actually see it from space. Talk about a natural wonder. Picture this: crystal clear turquoise water teeming with colorful fish, graceful sea turtles, and of course, the stars of the show, the corals. It's like swimming in a giant living kaleidoscope. Now, this underwater paradise isn't just a pretty face, it's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet. We're talking thousands of species of fish, sharks, rays, and those adorable little Nemo fish, the clownfish. But here's the thing, the Great Barrier Reef needs our help. Climate change is a real threat, and we need to protect this natural wonder for generations to come. So be responsible travelers, reduce your carbon footprint, and let's keep this underwater wonderland thriving. Now, before you grab your snorkel and flippers, it's important to be a responsible reef visitor. The Great Barrier Reef is a delicate ecosystem, and we need to treat it with respect. That means no touching the coral, using reef-safe sunscreen, and being mindful of your impact on the environment. And hey, maybe even consider donating to organizations working hard to protect this natural wonder. And speaking of protecting the reef, did you know that scientists are hard at work studying coral reefs and trying to find ways to help them adapt to climate change? They're even growing coral in underwater nurseries. It's like gardening, but underwater and way cooler. So when you visit the Great Barrier Reef, remember to appreciate its beauty, learn about the challenges it faces, and do your part to protect this incredible natural treasure. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience you won't want to miss. Hey guys, welcome back to Discovering Australia. Imagine me in a safari hat. Today we're diving into the wild side of Australia. It's wilder than a kangaroo on a trampoline. First up, the rock stars of Australia, kangaroos. And speaking of adorable, meet the koala, Australia's got this creature called a platypus. Now, if you're thinking all Aussie animals are cuddly, think again. Australia's got some creatures that'll make you say, crikey. Crocs are no joke down under. And then there's the snakes. Australia's got some of the most venomous snakes in the world. Australia's also got cassowaries, giant birds with attitude. Don't worry, most Aussie animals are harmless. From the cuddly to the crikey, Australia's got it all. All right, mates, welcome back to Discovering Australia. Today we're diving headfirst into the wonderful world of Aussie slang, where words take a vacation and come back sounding like a whole new party started without them. First up, we gotta talk about g'day. It's like the Swiss Army knife of Aussie greetings. You can use it for hello, good morning, good evening, or even how's it hanging, my dude. It's all in the delivery, my friends. Now, if someone tells you something you already know, just hit them with a casual, yeah, nah, it's not rude, it's just the Aussie way of saying, I hear ya, but I'm already 2 steps ahead of ya. And if someone throws a compliment your way, don't go all humble brag on them. Just chuck a no worries their way. It's like saying you're welcome, but with a side of Aussie chill. Now let's talk about food, because Aussies have a slang word for everything. Feeling hungry? You're hangry, mate. Want a quick bite? Grab a sanga, which is short for sandwich, but way more fun to say. And if you're craving a sausage, you're asking for a snag. And speaking of snags, you can't talk Aussie slang without mentioning Barbie. No, we're not talking about the plastic princess with a penchant for pink. We're talking about barbecues, the heart and soul of Australian social gatherings. Now, if you're feeling really tired, you're stuffed. But if something's really great, it's bonza. And if you're really surprised, just yell out, Struth! G'day, foodies! Welcome back to Discovering Australia. Today we're taking your taste buds on a trip down under with a look at Australian cuisine. First up, we gotta address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the yeast extract in the jar, Vegemite. This dark brown spread is like the Marmite of Australia. You either love it or you think it tastes like something you'd find stuck to the bottom of a shoe. But hey, don't judge a book by its cover, or a spread by its pungent aroma. Aussies swear by this stuff, spreading it thin on toast for a breakfast of champions. It's salty, savory, and packed with vitamin B. Speaking of breakfast, you can't talk about Aussie brekkie without mentioning bacon and egg rolls. Imagine fluffy white bread cradling crispy bacon, a perfectly fried egg, and maybe a slice of tomato or some BBQ sauce. It's the perfect way to start your day Aussie style. Now, if you're looking for a classic Aussie feed, look no further than the meat pie. It's like a savory hand pie filled with minced meat and gravy. You can find them everywhere, from footy games to petrol stations. And for dessert, you gotta try pavlova. This meringue-based dessert is crispy on the outside, soft and marshmallowy on the inside, and topped with fresh fruit and whipped cream. It's like a party in your mouth and everyone's invited. But wait, there's more. Australia's also got lamingtons, Anzac biscuits, fairy bread, and Tim Tams. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you for taking this culinary adventure. So there you have it, a taste of the delicious and diverse world of Australian cuisine. From Vegemite to pavlova, there's something for everyone down under. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll be exploring the exciting world of Australian sports. All right, sports fans, it's time to talk Aussie rules. We're diving into the world of Australian sports. And trust me, these Aussies don't mess around. First up, we gotta talk about cricket. It's like baseball, but way more civilized. And speaking of passionate fans, let's talk rugby. These guys are tough, rugged, and intense. Now, we can't forget about Aussie rules football or footy. It's fast-paced and high-scoring. So there you have it, folks. A little taste of the sporting life down under. Now, you might be thinking, Jimmy, that's all well and good, but what about the rest of us who'd rather watch paint dry than a sporting event? Well, fear not, my friend, because Australia's got something for everyone. How about a relaxing day at the beach? Australia's stunning coastline is perfect for swimming, surfing, or just soaking up the sun. Prefer indoor activities? Australia's got you covered there, too. From world-class museums to vibrant nightlife, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a sports fan or prefer a laid-back vibe, Australia has it all. All right, folks, get ready to say good day to some of the most iconic landmarks on the planet. First stop, the Big Kahuna, the one and only Sydney Opera House. This architectural marvel isn't just a pretty face. It's a world-renowned performing arts center, hosting everything from operas to concerts. And speaking of iconic structures, let's hop over to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It's the largest steel arch bridge in the world, and a sight to behold. You can walk, bike, or even climb to the top for breathtaking views. But hey, don't think Sydney's got the landmark game on lockdown. Australia's got a whole lot more up its sleeve. All right, landmark lovers, we're venturing beyond the bustling cities and into the heart of Australia's diverse landscapes. Get ready for some natural wonders that'll make your jaw drop. First up, the Outback, a place so vast and awe-inspiring it'll make you feel like you've stepped onto another planet. Picture this: red dirt stretching as far as the eye can see, and a night sky so clear and star-studded it'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the universe. And speaking of natural wonders, the Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef system, and a vibrant underwater wonderland teeming with life. It's like diving into a real-life Finding Nemo sequel. So there you have it, folks. Just a glimpse into the incredible diversity of Australian landmarks. From iconic cityscapes to breathtaking natural wonders, this country has it all. Stay tuned, because up next, we're diving into the world of Aussie festivals. Get ready to party, mate! All right, party people, get ready to break out your best dance moves and let your hair down, because we're diving headfirst into the world of Australian festivals. And trust me, these Aussies know how to throw a party. We're talking celebrations of culture, music, art, and everything in between, all with that infectious Aussie spirit that's guaranteed to leave you grinning from ear to ear. First up, we gotta talk about Australia Day, the biggest bash on the Aussie calendar. It's a day for national pride, backyard barbecues, and celebrating all things Australia. Think fireworks, parades, and enough Aussie flags to make your head spin. So there you have it, folks. Just a taste of the incredible array of festivals that Australia has to offer. From solemn remembrance to vibrant celebrations, there's something for everyone to experience and enjoy. While big-name festivals are a blast, don't forget the smaller, quirkier celebrations that capture Australia's heart and soul. Get ready for uniquely Aussie experiences that'll have you saying only in Australia. First up, the Birdsville Races, a legendary two-day racing carnival in the Outback. Dust flying, horses thundering, and Outback hospitality. Then the park's Elvis Festival, celebrating all things Elvis Presley. Elvis tribute concerts, look-alike competitions, and blue suede shoes. Australia's festivals also celebrate its multicultural heritage with vibrant events. From Chinese New Year in Sydney to Greek Lenti in Melbourne, there's always something exciting. All right, guys, buckle up because we're heading into the Outback. Picture this: endless red dirt plains, big old blue skies stretching as far as the eye can see, and more kangaroos than you can shake a didgeridoo at. It's like a whole other world out there, folks. We're talking seriously remote, guys. Like you could drive for hours and only see a couple of roadhouses and maybe a stray emu or two. But that's the beauty of it, right? It's rugged, it's wild, and it's about as Aussie as it gets. And speaking of Aussie, you're gonna want to brush up on your slang out here. We're talking g'day instead of hello, mate, for everyone you meet, and struth for just about any other occasion. Trust me, it's a hoot. But the Outback isn't just about wide open spaces. It's a place steeped in history, too. We're talking thousands of years of Aboriginal culture, ancient rock art, and stories passed down through generations. It's seriously mind-blowing, folks. And speaking of stories, the Outback is full of them. You got your legendary bushrangers, your tough-as-nails pioneers, and enough tall tales to make your head spin. It's like the Wild West, but with more kangaroos and less Clint Eastwood. Although, a kangaroo wearing a cowboy hat, that's something I'd pay to see. But let me tell you, the Outback is not for the faint of heart. It's harsh, it's unforgiving, and it'll test your limits. But for those who are up for the challenge, it's an experience you'll never forget. Just remember to pack plenty of water, sunscreen, and a sense of adventure. All right, mates, let's talk about Australian entertainment. And no, I'm not talking about watching a kangaroo play the didgeridoo, although that would be pretty amazing. I'm talking about the awesome world of Aussie film and music. From the silver screen to sold-out stadiums, Aussies have made a real impact on the world stage. We're talking Oscar-winning actors, Grammy-winning musicians, and everything in between. It's enough to make you shout Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. And you know what? They're not just talented, they're also some of the nicest, most down-to-earth people you'll ever meet. Seriously, you could be hanging out with Hugh Jackman one minute and Chris Hemsworth the next, and they'd probably offer to make you a cuppa. When it comes to movies, Australia has given us some absolute classics. I mean, who could forget Crocodile Dundee? That movie was huge. And then there's Mad Max, Moulin Rouge, Babe. The list goes on and on. And don't even get me started on the music. AC/DC, INXS, Kylie Minogue, Got Ya. These guys and gals are legends. They've created some of the most iconic songs of all time, and their music is still rocking the airwaves today. And you know what's even cooler? Australian artists are always pushing boundaries and trying new things. They're not afraid to experiment and be themselves, which is what makes their work so unique and exciting. Well, folks, that's a wrap on our little adventure down under. We've explored the outback, met some amazing wildlife, and even learned a few Aussie slang words along the way. It's been a wild ride. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Australian culture and fun facts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting content. Catch you later, mates.